What's up guys, not Super Mario here and welcome back. It's been quite a while, I think 10, maybe even more days. And I'm not gonna bother you with excuses just because you probably don't care, but if you do, thank you. And if I sound sick, that is actually because I am sick, and that's pretty much it. Today I'm here, today I'm back to actually explore my history. There's a web page called www.theatlantic.com/timeline where you enter your date of birth and you find out what happened during your lifetime, what happened in your history. So if you want to check it out, I'm gonna leave the link down below. It's not sponsored, but if The Atlantic wants to sponsor me, I'm open to that as well. And now, yeah, let's just begin. The Atlantic Life Timeline. Explore your life in history, it says. Tell us your birthday and we'll show you how the world has changed during your lifetime. So, my month of birth is actually November. So my birthday is coming really soon. Day 20th, and year I was actually born in 1995. So I'm the kid of 90s, mid-90s, something like that. So now let's start exploring. Before you were born, you're one of the first people who's never lived in a world without Amazon. Interesting. So Amazon is gonna be 26 years old, or maybe even older because it doesn't say when it was founded, but really interesting thing. And another interesting thing or fact about Amazon, considering me, I have never ever ordered anything on Amazon. Yeah, maybe surprising because Amazon is like the main thing for ordering stuff right now. So yeah, I did search stuff on it and see the prices and everything, but I have never ordered anything on Amazon. And if I'm correct, I think Amazon at the beginning was actually some kind of a online library or just like a bookshop, maybe even a first audiobook stuff, I don't know. Tell me in the comments down below if you know anything about the beginnings of Amazon, but if I'm correct, Amazon was a book library thing or something at the beginning. But yeah, interesting fact that I have never lived in a world without Amazon. You were born in November of 1995. Correct. This year, The Atlantic, this news outlet, celebrates its 160th birthday, making it 7 times as old as you. Oh, wow. This is really like kind of mind-blowing that there's been a news outlet that's been working for so long. I don't know how reliable this news outlet is, so I don't know about that, but to know that there's a company, a news outlet that has been working for so long. There's been people that I don't know, been working there for 60, 40 years old and they're now actually dead. Yeah, it's really depressing and everything, but if you've got a company that old, that shit happens. Beginnings, it says. Around the time you were born, Israeli Prime Minister, I'm gonna butcher his name for sure, Yitzhak Rabin, I don't know, was assassinated at a peace rally. That's sad. That's disturbing. I don't know what he was or what he was doing, except that he was an Israeli Prime Minister, and sad to hear that he was actually assassinated at a peace rally. But I have nothing else to add because I don't know who he was, what was he doing. But yeah, sad to see somebody who was at a peace rally, probably doing something for peace and good communication, good things between people, to get assassinated. Yeah, not good. 5 years old, you were part of the generation most shaped by 9/11. Oh, that is true. I was, what was that, 2001? I was not 6 years old, and I vividly remember watching stuff on television about the attacks, like the whole plane thing and everything. Yes, I don't know how many people died. There was, of course, the Twin Towers collapsed and everything, and I remember like really vividly to watch that on the telly. I think, if I remember correctly, I was actually sick, and for that reason I was at home watching all those stuff. My mom like trying to explain me what was happening, and I remember after that all the known and respected and even not respected politicians were talking about that for months and months and for years. Yeah, this is like one of those memories, sad memories, that is gonna be like infused in memories of people that were affected by that, affected by this that happened, affected by stuff that I've seen. And I was like 5 years old, so yeah, this was a sad day for not just America, US, for everybody. So yeah, sad stuff. Your life can be divided into two halves, before and after YouTube. Well, this is actually awesome. So that means it says in 2005 YouTube was founded. I don't remember YouTube or any YouTube related stuff in 2005. I was in, what's that, 3rd grade, I think. My first encounter with YouTube was like around 2009, 2010. Remembering watching probably PewDiePie, because PewDiePie was my first encounter with YouTube. So not any other like YouTube videos like Evolution of Dance or like the beginning of like this short stuff, or they were not called memes there, but those videos, I remember that the first video on YouTube was actually PewDiePie. I don't know what was he playing, probably some horror stuff. But yeah, it's interesting to see that the first half of my life there was no YouTube at all. I was one of those kids that was really familiar with internet really soon, because my parents work like in graphic design at the start of their company. They were actually everything was, I had a computer when I was 3 years old, so I remember all those stuff. But YouTube was one of those things that for some reason I wasn't really familiar at the beginning, but a couple of years after that I remember it vividly. But yeah, YouTube is a thing right now, is the biggest. Is it the best thing? I don't know, there's a lot of issues with YouTube, but yeah, YouTube is one of those things that is like, everybody knows what YouTube is. Maybe my grandparents don't. They don't use a computer and internet a lot, so probably they don't know. But yeah, YouTube is the thing. Everybody's watching YouTube. You watch YouTube for everything, for tutorials, for any, like pretty much any stuff. If you want cooking stuff, you can watch it. If you want to know how to make I don't know, origami, go on YouTube. If you want to see how people are stupid, you go on YouTube. So YouTube is the main thing. You've got everything, news, everything. So yeah, YouTube is the thing right now. In 2012, Gabby Douglas, who was born the same year as you, became the first African-American gymnast to win the individual all-around gold medal in the Olympic Games. Congratulations to Gabby Douglas. I'm really into sports. I was never into gymnastics just because I was never able to do any of them. Any of those stuff to do, like roly-polies or whatever they're called, and doing the splits and I don't know, somersaults or whatever. So in 2012 she was born the same year, so that means she was 2000, what's that, 5 and 12, 17. Oh my gosh, at 17 I was, I don't know, a mess. And she was a freaking gold Olympic medalist. Congratulations, because I just didn't do anything really important at that time. But it's really nice to see that people who are like training their whole lives to achieve something like that. So that's really great. Oh, we've got a forecast one. This is awesome. In 2035, by the time you turn 39, oh my gosh, this is like what, 16 years away. So NASA says it will send humans to explore Mars. Whew. Space is one of those things that I'm really interested in, just because it's so fascinating to think that we are just a small planet and we are like floating in space. It's a really interesting and mind-blowing thing to think about. Do I think this is gonna actually happen? I really don't know. Like the whole space exploration, I think it's one of those how do you say, things that we are not really going anywhere. Probably it's not true, but if what common people know, I honestly do believe that we have encountered aliens, whatever they look like, and they don't want to say to us because it's gonna be a panic as hell. People like don't accept people, so yeah, stuff that, yeah, well, people are just stupid. So do I think? Probably, I guess somewhere in the future this is gonna actually happen. This is what, 16 years away? I'm not sure, because whatever we have every stuff that we have from Mars, they send there is, or it's not really clear. A lot of those machines didn't work there. There was some like cars or something they sent up there. I don't know. To be honest, I think that in my lifetime I'm not gonna be able to go to space, like to visit or to live on some other planet. But maybe my grandchildren, or maybe even later grandchildren, just because space exploration and everything related to space, I think it's going really slowly. Just because look at every other like exploration. Moon, we were on the moon how many times? 2 times, and that's pretty much it. So going on Mars, I think we are a long way away from that. So, but we will see. So this is it. This was this web page insight into my lifetime. I hope that you enjoyed this kind of video. It was totally different. Again, I'm sorry that I haven't uploaded anything for almost 2 weeks, but no excuses. I'm here, I'm back to do more of those type of stuff, because I really enjoy to educate myself and maybe even educate you. Why the heck not? Education is really important, so stay in school, people. Even though I didn't go to college, that's just another information for you that maybe you don't want to know, or you do, but here it is. So thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this. If you did, leave a like, hit that subscribe button, share this video all over the place, click that bell icon to get notified when I upload, because if you don't click it, you're not gonna know when I upload, like I said, because YouTube works like that, and it's a shambles. So if you enjoyed it, like, subscribe, and I see you next time. Bye!